Business Booster Lounge, tools you should be using, receiving funds this week at Nest. This week has been a very busy week, as always. This Monday we had our Business Booster Lounge webinar, which is always on the first Monday of every month. This month's subject was how to create the life you've always dreamt of. Hosted by Gerard and Louisa, joined by our guest speaker, world-renowned business coach David Holland. It was so great to see so many of our clients getting involved and joining in with the webinar. These Business Booster Lounge webinars are similar to the in-person events we've hosted before, giving you more time in breakout rooms to discuss the subject with like-minded martial artists. It's always a great way to get the conversation going and get those golden nuggets of information that you might not have known before, and some stuff that you could put into place for your club or school. This week we're hearing from our Assistant Marketing Manager Joe about easy to use tools that can make all the difference to your martial arts business. Over to you, Joe.
Hi guys, I've got 7 free resources for you to use to help supercharge your marketing. First, I've got 3 websites that you can get stock images on. These are completely free for commercial use, so you can use them in absolutely anything. You don't even have to worry about it. Number 1, pixabay.com. If I just search on the homepage for martial arts, you'll see beneath the adverts, any of these can be used for marketing campaigns, websites, merchandise, even absolutely anything. Second, very similar, Pexels. That's Pexels.com. I'm going to search again for martial arts. And you see these slightly more artistic, slightly more limited scope, again, slightly more artistic. Again, you can use these for absolutely anything. And finally, Unsplash, that's Unsplash.com. And this is the exact same thing. Search for martial arts. Any of these images that you see here can be used for any of your campaigns. So if you haven't used those before, or you're struggling to find images for your website, for your social media campaigns, for anything, definitely check those 3 out. Next, we've got 2 design tools that are free to use. Both of these do have paid plans if you want to up it even more, but both have free plans as well. The first you've probably heard of, Canva. You can start for a low price of free. And the Canva and the next one I'm going to talk about has loads and loads of templates, which means you can say, I want to make a Facebook post, I want to make an Instagram post, I want to make an Instagram story. It will give you some templates, either animated or static images, and you can use your own images and your own elements and your own logo and make something that looks really, really good with very little effort. That's the beauty of these. The sort of design work's done for you. You just replace the elements that you want to, type your message in, it can be ready to go. The paid version also can integrate with Facebook, so you can post directly to Facebook. So Canva is one option. Another option is Crello, that's Crello.com. Very similar thing, they have loads of different templates ready to go, some martial arts specific ones, and you can post these to your social media accounts or your website. You can even make posters and certificates and things like that on these, and these are great to use. I find Crello is slightly better for animation and video, and Canva has a wider selection of templates, but they're both broadly very similar. So say you're using those, but you want something a little bit more refined, you're more of an expert photo imager and you want that level of control, but you don't want to start forking out £60 a month for Photoshop or the Adobe suite. This next one, Photopea.com. This is a web-based version of essentially Photoshop. They don't say that it's Photoshop, but it is modelled on and has all the same features of Photoshop. It's browser-based, so it can be used on any laptop, even something really underpowered, and it's all powered by adverts. So you see on the right-hand side, you'll see adverts. You won't see any pop-ups; they're not too in your face. But this is a great website if you're looking to make some edits that you can't make on things like Canva and Crello. And I use this all the time on my Chromebook, which is a bit underpowered. Can't run Photoshop on it. Jump over to Photopea, and you can do that. You can even download them as PSD files, which is the Photoshop file, and then upload them in Photoshop at a later time. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about Coolors. That's COOLORS.co. Coolors is a site that you can generate some colour palettes that you can use for your website. So say that you're a new martial arts school, you're just starting and you're not sure what range of colours to use as part of your brand identity. You can load up this site. Anytime I press spacebar, it loads some nice colours that all work well together. And you can download this as a PDF. It gives you the hex codes underneath, so any designer or any web page builder or anything like that, you'll be able to use these colours consistently. And like we've mentioned before, that having a consistent brand identity is really important. If you're an existing martial arts school, you've already got a brand, you already know the 2 or 3 colours that you use most of the time. What you can do here is select this first colour, and I'm going to put in the Nest Orange FF9E1B, that's the hex code for Nest. Yes, I do know that off the top of my head. Now if I click this little padlock here, it locks in that first colour. So now anytime I press space, it gives me that orange that I want, and it gives me a selection of colours that work well with that. Again, if I say, oh, I like that grey, I'll use that grey for a website, I can lock in both of those and then keep pressing spacebar to generate some colours that work well with those first 2. So those are the top design tips. I use these personally for all kinds of projects. I definitely recommend you check a couple of these out, and I think they'll help you a lot.
Very interesting tools there. Thank you for that. Moving on now to our Learning MyMA section. Here's a quick look at what you can do. You can send SMS or SMS Plus to any of your students within MyMA. Here you can set who receives your message, whether it's a service or a marketing message. Build your own message with 160 characters, or if that's not enough, you can send them to a web page you've built within MyMA with unlimited character counts. Check out our tutorials and guides for more information. You might have some questions, but don't worry, because we have the answers. Have a look at our FAQ section on our website here, and check out this one coming up now. How do I receive funds I've collected using Nest Management? Nest Management will collect all your monthly direct debit payments and any other payment transactions made through our services and deposit them in one monthly installment made directly into your nominated bank account. Starting a new venture, be it in business or in your personal life, can be daunting. Knowing what can happen is exciting, but knowing that it might fail can also be worrying too. With Nest, starting something new or using our services is such an easy thing to do, with our expert team backing you all the way through and providing tutorials and guides. Starting something new can be stress-free. Is it going to be one day or day one? Well, that's it from me, but as always, we'll see you next week. Business User Lounge? No.
Was such a good start as well.
Yeah, that's right. Dreamt. That's not gonna work. Starting a new feature.